Hello artists and crafters. I'm going to be doing just a quick video on some supplies needed for the beginner user of the UV resin. These are some of the supplies I started with. First, you should pick a good UV resin. I love Light Cure UV resin, and that's by Signature Crafts. This is my favorite. It doesn't yellow. It has a beautiful shine to it when you're done curing it. Also, I have gotten UV Resin Craft Creation, and this is by Blue Moon Studio. This I bought at Michael's, and it works very well. It has a nice shine to it. I do like this, but I prefer the Light Cure better. You can also find some molds, and this is a great beginner mold, and a lot of the hobby stores, Wish, Amazon, eBay have these, and you could get a nice little package. So if you go back and you look at my Wish haul for UV resin and jewelry supplies, that was done on July 18th, I believe, or, oh, no, I'm sorry. It was May 21st. That has some wonderful items that you can purchase either from Wish. I did put in something that I did buy at Amazon, which was a whole package of UV resin supplies, as far as molds, stirring sticks, things like that. That was, I believe, like $9, but if you watch the Wish video, that's also in there. I just added that in. So this is like a great beginner mold because this, you don't have to do any drilling. It has the holes ready so that you can make it directly into a pendant, which is really nice. You just got to get a few little jump rings, you know, and either leather cords or some chains, and you got a beautiful pendant. So next, these are some of the stirring sticks I got, and I got 2 little bowls. Now, if you don't want to go to the full expense of getting all these little items, you should just at least get the mold and a UV LED light. They're the lamp. So you can use these little shot glasses. They're just plastic, and then you can just throw them away after. No cleaning involved. These I got at the dollar store, and there's 24 in a package, so very nice. That would be as if you started using some color, and these are great for that. To stir your color into, you know, the resin, you can use toothpicks. Also, something fairly cheap. I think it was $1 for 500 of these, and that was also from Dollar Tree. Now, if you're not going to be coloring right off, you should have at least some sort of dried flowers that you can add to it. These I paid, I think it was like $4 and I don't know how much on eBay. And I've ordered several of these, and they give you a big variety of different dried flowers. You can also purchase those at Michael's. That's, you know, nice place to go. Hobby Lobby has stuff. I mainly purchase from Wish. I'm not 100% happy with all of their products, but a lot of them are very nice. I've bought all these little resin molds. I've got plenty more that I could show you. I just keep buying them. Let's see. Another thing you could use is, good thing to have on hand, is baby wipes. You can wipe off your utensils. You can wipe out your bowls. If you're using a brush, very fine brush, just to spread the resin or pick out the little bubbles with it, you can just wipe it down with a baby wipe. Also, another handy thing to have is, some, paper towels. You have one folded up next to you in case you want to wipe something off quickly. You should have some tweezers. And these are a very fine tweezers. Okay, so for the lamp, I have, it's a pretty good suggestion to get this lamp, but the first lamp I'm going to show you, I highly do not recommend it. This came from Wish, and it's only a 4-watt. There's no on-off switch. You just basically, just plug it in, and it just keeps running. So what I use for this is, I have one of these chargers for my phone. I plug it into here, and then I just put it in my extension cord. But I do not recommend these. It takes way too long for things to cure. It doesn't cure it properly. Even if you do thin layer upon thin layer, this does not work. They also sell a little bit larger one with an on-off button, and that is from Michaels. And I see a lot of them. They're shaped pretty much the same way. I do not like them. They don't cure properly. They say they're great for beginners, but they're not. So what I bought was a 36-watt UV LED nail lamp. And if you buy the nail lamps, they seem cheaper than if you bought an actual one for using for resin, which are exactly the same thing. Now this one, it has lights all along. As you can see, the little LED lights all along. This is good to start with. They have some more powerful ones. This one's a 36, and it's got the buttons for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and 90 seconds. It also is one of those that starts up if your hand gets near it. So it'll start up, and that'll count to about 120 seconds. I kind of recommend this. I do like it. I use this for all my jewelry. I am going to upgrade to a stronger watt, which is going to be 180 watt, but I'm not doing it right now because I'm still satisfied with this. The 180 watt has more LED lights on the inside, and it has them above also. So, because I like to put a few pieces in here when I'm working, so I may be showing one in a video, but I probably have like 4 or 5 going at the same time. This is really nice. I paid $16.99 for it on Amazon. Right now, I saw the exact same one for $9.99. So if you don't want to put a lot of expense into your UV, projects, I would suggest getting something like this. The little ones like this range from $7 to $10, and they're not good at all. So I don't recommend that. This one also has the same USB plug. And like I said, just use your little charger from a phone. Plug it in, and then plug it into your outlet. It works really good. Another thing that I do is I fold up aluminum foil, and I make like a little door for it. So that way, if I'm working on something else and this is close by, the UV light will not hit whatever I'm working on. Because if I'm curing something and I don't have that on and I'm working on a new color and it's close by, the light will start to cure this. So we don't want that. And so I just made a little door for it. You know, that's cheap and inexpensive. So those are the things I started with. All right, before you begin with the mold and everything, I showed you these dried flowers, and we'll just take a couple out and then we can clip out. Oops, that's fine because I need the little petals anyway. So you could just take the petals off. Just find a few good ones. Take them off. And then I have some of these little flowers here, or these. Let me see, which one should I use? Maybe the blue ones. I'll take a few of these off. Oop, there's a nice bunch of them. All right, so you get those ready. Now don't forget, you can do much more elaborate than what I'm doing right now. I'm just putting a few things there. Also, you can get some dried flowers like this. You get 200 pieces, so basically it's 200 little flowers in a container. I transferred the container. I think it was like a little bag that they came in, so we might use those too, so I'll just set those aside. So to begin, you pick a shape that you'd like to use. Let's see, what have I not used? I think I've used them all. So first we'll do a thin layer of clear. And have a paper towel on the side because you might need it. Oops. Okay. And then you make sure it goes all the way to the edges. You can also just pick it up and kind of get it around. So, and then if you see any little bubbles, here I'll move it closer. If you can, I don't know if you can see them. But there's a little bubble in there, so you just kind of lift it out, wipe it on your paper towel, like so. See a little bubble there. Make sure that the resin goes around where the hole will be. Okay. And set it aside, your brush and your paper towel. And then we'll bring this over and let's see, we'll put the little cover on there, and we will do 60 seconds, and you just wait for that to go through. There are a couple videos where I do show this, so I apologize if I haven't shown them in the recent ones. But that's why I'm making this video, so you know how to cure and what to use. I mean, those little ones, they work, but just for this one little cure, you could be trying to cure it for a long time. And when I first got that, I was like sitting for hours and hours just trying to cure it. Also, if you're doing anything that is like the rectangles, and you heat it, you have like the higher heat. Mine's a higher heat, and it will do this. it's not real high. It's only the 36 watt, but anything like 36 watt and above, if you heat it too quickly and you put it like for 90 seconds, and or what was the other one? Sometimes they have them for 120 on there. Mine, I did one time for 120. When I slipped it in, it turned on and it went for the 120, and I really didn't think it would hurt it. But then what I found was it started bending. So when the piece came out, it was like kind of bent. It wasn't flat, and I really didn't like that, but that's what happened. Okay, so we're going to put another thin layer. Oops, there's bubbles this time. You can see them. Oh, one popped. Oh, that one popped too. I'm just making sure that there's none along the edges. Sometimes there are. All right, so let me get my tweezers. Now you have to be really careful with the tweezers, because if you hold it down too hard, they will make little marks. So I'm just trying to be as delicate as I can with placing these. Also with these, sometimes what'll happen is you'll get bubbles underneath or on top of the flowers. It does happen. So we're just going to clip a few of these off. And then we'll just put those in the resin. Now, I also have these, so we can put maybe, maybe a white one. Oops. Let's see. Well, here's a little white one. We'll put that in. There's another one, if I can get it. Oh, blue one keeps coming out. One right there. Oops. Okay. That should be a good start. Then you can cure it again. You can do 90 seconds. Actually, let me switch that up. You can turn it off right away if you can, if you want to. So we'll do 60 seconds. And then at the end, I usually cure the front and the back, because then you make sure everything is cured all the way through. Or like what I was doing was during the summertime, I would cure it really well, and sometimes it would still feel a little tacky. And if it felt tacky, I would just put it in a little container and take it outside and let it sit in the sun, like a little plate. Or I was using a little watercolor palette, because here, I'll show you really quick, because they have the little deep wells in there. So if I had a piece, I'd stick it right in there and then just take it outside and let it sit in the sun. Okay. And we'll add another layer. And then we'll get those little bubbles out. There's several hanging around. And the brushes that I have, these are also from Dollar Tree. I got 3 brushes to a package. Sometimes they have just the 2, but you can get the fine brush, and that works great. I think it's got a little number on it. No, but it's just really thin and fine, and it works great for getting bubbles out or spreading resin when you need another layer of it and you want to spread some on top. Okay. And then we'll cure this for 60 seconds. Okay, move that aside. And I think one more little layer. It's not quite filled. So just one more. Trying to see if everything's covered as far as the flowers. Okay. And check for bubbles. Okay, I could show you a really quick way of getting rid of the bubbles too, but you can't do it when the flowers are still exposed. You can do it on the resin itself. When the resin's also colored and in a bowl, you can do this. These flowers are not exposed anymore. They're under the resin, so you can take just one of these lighters and quickly go over it, and it does break the bubbles. Just find wherever you see the bubbles, it'll burst them. But be very careful with that. I had bought some resin from Wish, and as soon as I lit it, it went into flames. It didn't hurt it at all, and it doesn't hurt it. It just heats it up so you can get rid of the bubbles. Another good tool is one of these heat guns. You can just turn it on. Well, mine's unplugged, but you can just turn it on and just go like that. It'll get the air bubbles out, but be very careful like how close you get, because it could, you know, blow the resin out, and you don't want that. So I would say if it's in the mixing bowl, use it in a mixing bowl to get the bubbles out beforehand, or if you are using it on this, keep it a good ways away from it so it does not blow the resin out of your mold. Okay, so this one I'm going to do 90 seconds because I added a little more than the other 2 layers, 3 layers. So we'll come back in a minute and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, now for the final curing, I would say do one more time here at the 90 seconds, then turn it over and do 90 seconds on the back, and that'll help cure all the way through. And we'll let this go for the 90 seconds and I'll be right back. All right, now that it's done and cured, it's still a little warm, so be careful because it does get hot. Let it cool just a little bit, and you can slowly remove it from your mold. And look how pretty that looks. See? Now this is just a simple one. Obviously you can get a little bit more elaborate as you learn more. So then when you're done with this, if this looks all nice and clean, you just set your piece aside, and you can get a baby wipe. Let's take out one baby wipe. It does wonders. Clean out your mold, set that aside. Clean your tweezers if they have any UV resin on it, and then let those dry. And your brush, just clean the tip off. And then set that aside in a little, you know, bowl or something that you hold your brushes in. Just put it aside. Also, I will put the links to those 2 videos I told you about in the description box below. I will also find the links for the UV LED lamp and some of the other items that are priced good, and I will put the link below for those also. So if you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and press the little bell for further notifications of my upcoming videos. If you'd like to look at some of my artwork and my photography and some of my jewelry, there are links below in the description box. So hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.